Today we will be showcasing 5 disturbing facts about the Zodiac Killer. Fact 1: he may have served in the military. According to Sam Blake, the encryption scheme that Zodiac used in the 340 cipher can be found in a 1950s Army cryptography field manual. Zodiac altered the code so that it had to be read diagonally, which made it more difficult to figure out. Other Zodiac ciphers are believed to derive from military cryptography manuals as well. Other evidence supports the idea of a military background. Vallejo, the site of at least one attack, was a Navy town. Some investigators believe Zodiac knew Vallejo too well not to have lived or worked there at some point. If so, the idea that Zodiac may have been part of the Navy would be a logical guess. A shoe print found at the scene of one of the crimes also showed that he wore military boots primarily used by men in the Navy. Fact 2: he had a sophisticated understanding of maps. The map code was sent to the San Francisco Chronicle on June 26, 1970. The Zodiac signet appears on top of California's Mount Diablo, along with coded instructions that explain how to locate an undetonated bomb. The fact that Zodiac used magnetic north instead of just north suggests that he was familiar with maps. A follow-up note emphasized this. P.S. The Mount Diablo code concerns radians and inches along the radians. The reference to magnetic north also suggests Zodiac may have been at the top of the mountain when he calculated directions. Incidentally, or maybe not incidentally, the translation of Diablo Mountain is Devil Mountain. The map cipher remains undecrypted. Fact 3: an ex-cartoonist wrote the most famous book on the case. Robert Graysmith was a political cartoonist at the San Francisco Chronicle when the Zodiac murders first gained national attention. He became obsessed with the case and left his job to spend more time poring over witness statements, police records, and anything else he could find. Graysmith published Zodiac in 1986, after 15 years of exhaustive research, and it became an instant bestseller that served as the basis for a movie by the same name starring Jake Gyllenhaal. Graysmith was convinced Arthur Lee Allen, an elementary school teacher fired for pedophilia, was the killer. Fact 4: the Zodiac Killer wanted to become the first viral icon. It was not law enforcement or the media who created the name Zodiac Killer. It was created by the killer himself. After his second double murder attempt, he contacted police and reported the killing, and took credit for a prior attack. He sent dozens of letters to the media in California and signed them with a symbol that resembled the crosshairs of a gun. Along with demanding that his letters be published, he also expressed anger that Zodiac buttons had not been printed for people to wear. At this time, buttons were popular and Californians often wore peace buttons or black power buttons. The Zodiac Killer was set on getting maximum exposure, and so he threatened to blow up a school bus of young children if it didn't happen. Fact 5: 2 victims managed to survive. At an isolated park in the city of Vallejo, California on July 4, 1969, the Zodiac Killer shot Darlene Ferrin and Michael Maggio. Darlene died, but Michael survived and was able to give key details to police. A year later, the Zodiac Killer struck again, this time at Lake Berryessa, where he targeted Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard. The Zodiac Killer marked the dates of their deaths on Brian's VW. However, Hartnell survived and was able to recount his conversation with the Zodiac and described what the serial killer was wearing. Another of the Zodiac Killer's victims, David Faraday, was believed to have been the Zodiac's first male victim in 1968, but survived until the crime was discovered. His female companion ended up dying at the scene. If we missed anything, let us know. If you are interested in making videos just like these, check the links in the description.